So hello guys, welcome back to our another video of our series Bagan series, and today we are going to take a deep look into the NMAP. We will be taking a look on the theories, the types of scans, to the practical usage of it, from the IPs from Shodan and all the things we have learned in the previous videos too. So before going into the video, I have something to announce here. We have launched a new bootcamp. As you can see that automations for bug bounties, and in this one we are going to discuss few things: introduction to automations, environment setups, automating recons, how to use recon for how to automate recon, and multiple things like creating nuclear templates, creating your own tools for automations. So we will take a very deep look into it with all the doubts and discussion session, so don't forget to take a look into it. And also there are 3 seats of free giveaway to this bootcamp, so make sure to check the Twitter in the description. Follow me on Twitter and you can get your own free seat to it. Now we are also having few courses, as I have seen, the bug bounty course batch 10, advanced and all advanced courses, and also the 3 courses that are already uploaded on the hosting platform, that we have seen, that the business logic, the recon, and the ultimate resource bundle. Now apart from them, we will be launching few things in the upcoming days, so stay tuned on the Twitter, and let's get into the video. So here we are back again on our computer screen now. First of all, we got few things to discuss here. So if you guys are active on the Twitter, then you have known that this course was free for 24 hours. I guess like it's been a week for now. So more than 500 students got the course for free, and I can see the reviews. So thanks for all the reviews. And we are gonna cover a very small portion of it, the NMAP. Obviously, I know that this video is not that short about the NMAP, but yeah, we will be taking a look from very basic to it. So let's start with the NMAP. So before NMAP, let me tell you, NMAP is used for network scanning, right? So network scanning refers to the process of obtaining additional information and performing a more detailed reconnaissance based on collected information and footprinting. So in the previous videos, we have seen that we got IPs, multiple IPs, and many more things. So how to do things with that? Okay, so here are the particular thing that you can do with the IP. So let's start. So for that we can use nmap. So if you are on Linux, you know nmap network mapper. If you're not having nmap, then you can simply go on any browser and just search nmap install for whatever the version you are having. Suppose let me say Windows PowerShell. You want nmap in PowerShell, just type it and you will get the commands for it, right? You will get all the important things for it, or you can just simply go with the default commands as well. Now we are already having our nmap here. As you can see that we're already having our nmap here. But before starting any of the checks, I will go with the theory. So here are a few things that we need to understand about the nmap. So first of all, nmap, without doubt the most powerful port scanner and service enumerator that exists and has vulnerability scanning capabilities. Like most of the guys usually don't know about that, nmap is also work as automation for sometimes, right? So we'll also take a look into that. But before that, NMAP has two main features. First, it allows you to detect port and service with potential vulnerability inside them. And second, NMAP has something called NSE, or you can say NMAP scripting engine, which allows you use program script to automate tasks. So that's the sort of automation. We will take a look into it. But yeah, for now, let's go to the theories first of all. So we got few things here, few connections. We need to understand few connections here. So we are having TCP connect. So TCP connect can complete in three-way handshake. So for those who don't know the word three-way handshake, let's take a look. So the three-way handshake and port scanning immediately closes the connection. Now this is noisy because the service can log and sender IP and might trigger intrusion detection system. Right. So this can sort of a detectable thing or a noisy thing. Then UDP scan. So this can use to check see if there is any UDP port open for listening or not. So since UDP does not respond to a positive acknowledgement like TCP, only respond with incoming UDP packet. So this is, you can say that normally you are not that able to track this thing, but yeah, still you can track it. It can reveal Trojan horses running. You can say that Trojan horses running on high UDP ports, hidden remote protocol services or RPC services. It might be quite slow since some machines intentionally slow down response to this kind of traffic. to avoid being overwhelmed. Machines running on Windows OS, however, do not implement to this slowdown feature, so you should be able to use VDP to scan Windows host normally. Then you got SYN scan and FIN scan. So SYN scan is another form of TCP scanning. Rather than using the operating system network functions, the port scanner generates raw IP packets itself and monitor for responses. This type scan is also known as half-open scanning because it never actually opens a TCP connection. The port scanner generates a SYN packet. If the target port is open, it will respond with the SYN packet, and the scanner host responds with the RST packet, closing the connection before the handshake is completed. Now, if the port is closed but unfiltered, the target will instantly respond with the RST packet. Now, there is a debate over which is less intrusive on the target host. So, SYN has the advantage of individual services never actually receive a connection. So that's the actual, the actual benefit of having a SYN scan over a TCP scan is that SYN scan has the advantage of individual services never actually receive connections. So in that sort of thing, it is less noisy than the TCP. Now FIN scan, this is stealthy scan like the SYN scan, but it sends a TCP FIN packet instead. So most but not all computer will send RST packet if they get this input. So the FIN can be show false, positive, and negatives, but it may get under radar of some IDS programs and other countermeasures. It's detective, but yeah, you can use this thing. It's completely dependent on how you want to scan your target. It's not about only finding the open ports and that sort of things when it comes to bug hunting or actually taking a look on some sort of network. It's not only about the ports. There is a lot more that you need to know. Now, ACK scan or X scanning determines whether the port is filtered or not. It's very simple. It's same as that. Then null scan, another very stealthy scan that sets all the TCP header flags to off or null. Now you have to just understand the description. This is not normally a valid packet, or some host will not know what to do with this, but Windows operating systems are in this group. Scanning them with null functions will produce unreliable results. However, for non-Windows server protected by a firewall, this can be a way to get through. Okay. Then Xmas scan. So now usually I have seen many people don't hear about the Xmas scan, but let's take a look on it. It is similar to null scan except for the flags in the TCP header is to set on. Windows machine won't respond to this due to their TCP stack is implemented, but Xmas scan derives their name from the set of flags that are turned on within a packet. These scans are designed to manipulate the PSH, URG, and FIN of the TCP header. Then the idle scans. So I will say that idle scans are a stealthy method whereby the scanner packets are bounced off of an external host. You don't need to have control over the other host, but it does have to set up and meet certain requirements. You must input the IP address of our zombie host and what port number to use, and it is one of the more controversial options in NMAP since it really only has one use for malicious attacks. So you can say that. Now, last scan, RPC scan. So, remote procedure call services, usually RPC. So, RPC which allow remote commands to be run on the machine under certain conditions. I was highlighting it under certain conditions. Can be dangerous service. Since RPC can run on many different ports, it is hard to tell from normal scan which one might be running RPC. This scan will probe the port found open on a machine with commands to show the program name and version of RPC is running. It's not bad idea to run one of these scans every often time, right? To find where you have these services running, so you can use this thing. Now these were the few sort of scans that we have to look for. Now we get multiple things as commands here and the NSE. Like for those who have got this course, they know about it, right? Now let's take a look on few scanning techniques. So you can see that this is a TCP and SYN port scanning thing. So let me just go on the showdown as we have done in the past classes and the past videos. Showdown. Now on the showdown, let me search for Tesla.com. Obviously, I got only one. Okay, so let me just say host name Tesla.com. I got 6430. Now I just want any random URL here. So I got this URL here. Okay, let me just copy this particular IP. Sorry, not URL. Now, if you just try this thing, let me just clear this terminal. Now, if you want the TCP and S1 ports can only, you can use nmap hyphen small s capital S and the IP, and you will get the particular thing. I guess what's the issue here? Your requesters can type required root privileges. Okay, no issues. Let me give my root privileges. Now let me just copy this basic command and paste it here. Now I don't know how much time it's gonna take, but yeah, you can see that host seems down. It's really a blocking. It might be blocking the things. Right? Let's start hyphen pn as it is showing us. So here I'm supposing myself as a very you can say a very beginner guy using never used the nmap. So I will just try to use the nmap in that way so you can understand it and better understanding. So it is showing us 17 seconds remaining, 3 seconds. Let's see. So okay, it is showing me that two ports are open, 80 and 443. Okay, so you can use this thing obviously. Now let me just take a look on 443 or 80 port, what we are getting here. So let me just copy the IP, open my Brave. Let me add 80. And we can see that there is some sort of URL. Now you can do fuzzing and many more things, but we are not gonna do that here. We will do what we have to do here. I'll be trying few things here. I'm not gonna try all of this. If you want to try all of this, you can just pause the PDF. I will just mention the hold on pages. You can pause and understand what you want to do. Then let's say TCP and ACK port or ACK port, right? So I will just simply add the hyphen S and A, not SAS. You can also get all the ideas here, by the way. I don't know how much time it's gonna take, but let's take a look here. Okay, so it's gonna take around 3 minutes. We will open another tab. We don't have to do any wait here. Now we got only port scan, right? Now look, take a look. Usually what people do on IP found on Shodan, guys, usually they are gonna take a look on hyphen P and only port scan. This is gonna scan the top 1000 ports, but you don't have to do that. You can even use Rust scan. For those who don't know about Rust scan, let me give you an overview. Rust scan, get up. Now this is a modern port scanner, a very fast port scanner based on nmap. You can just simply use that, and you can look for all the ports available on it. Right? You can just be like 1 to 65,000, whatever you want. And it's a very quick in it, and you will get all the results on hand, right? So you can use this thing when you found this sort of IP on it. You can use that thing, and you will get a lot of ports on it. And that's a very quick way to use it. Now suppose you got an IP from let's say any random HN program here. Now after finding the IP, find all the open ports possible on it. Right after you have found all the possible open ports, now you got to do one thing: check all the ports and their port number. Like usually you don't know that which port is used for what service. So if you get to know that this port is used for this particular service, you can get any sort of critical directives or critical service admin panels, which can be not that much sanitized with admin, like with maybe there you can find some default password things. So make sure you have to do that. That's a great tip for it. Now let's take a look if it's done or not. This is gonna take some time, no issues. Let's take on only host discovery. So I will let's just use it. nmap-sn only host discovery. Here is our IP. So host is up. Okay, so this is its particular IP. It is showing me that scan report for it. Let's say no, it is disable DNS resolution. You can also do that, but it's only the hyphen n. Let me just say hyphen pn for only port scanning. Just use the hyphen pn. It's also gonna take few time. You all know that it's gonna take few time, but yeah, we can wait for it. Then we get the port ranges here, port 22 to 18. What port you wanna specify? Scan all ports. To scan all the possible ports on an IP, you can use this command. For that, I'm just showing that you can use hyphen p hyphen for that thing. You can use the fast port scan for the top 100 port, right? I have done this. If I don't want to done this, I can be just simply like hyphen F, capital F. It will scan for all the the top 100 ports for it. It will give us update which of them are available on it. Now, SV detection of services, we will use this thing right now. Now, so on the top 100 ports, we find only 2 ports. Now, let's try another one, hyphen SV. It will take few time, but yeah, you will get all the result. It is showing me that it will gonna take 7 minutes. I don't think it will take that much time. Yeah. Now, this was our, hyphen SA, TCP and ACK port. Right, so it is not showing host is up, but all 1000 ports scanned and are ignored in state, not shown 1000 filtered ports. So there are not particular response for the top 1000 ports here. No issues with that. Now we are here to find the particular services for it, hyphen S in capital V or uppercase V for it. Let's wait till it's done, or we can use the hyphen A for OS detection. You can simply use the hyphen A, that is not that big issue. You can use this thing, nmap hyphen capital A, and the IP was 2.22.10.144. Now it will just enable the OS detection. Now you need to understand the OS detection, because as we know that sometimes based on scans we need to understand what OS is running there, so we can particularly understand about what OS is there, what things are there, what versions are there. So when we know that, we are having a better approach to it. As you have seen in the previous theories, we need to have a clear look on everything to understand what attack we can perform at a particular place. Now it will take few time, I guess. It is showing 6 minutes, but it will not take 6 minutes. Now our service detection is about to done. Let's take a look here. What we get here. Let's wait for it. I don't know what's gonna result. Okay, it is showing 6 seconds remaining. Let's see. Till that, let's take a look on the OS detection. Yeah, as you have seen that OS. Okay, so here we got the services running with their versions and what service is running there. So we got 80 port, which is open, service HTTP, and the version is Akamai. A WAF is applied there, I guess, right? So you can see this thing. Now, this is for OS detection only. So in the hyphen A, you are getting multiple things like version detections, script scanning, and trace routes. But in hyphen O, you will only get the identity of OS using the TCP or IP stack fingerprinting. If I don't want to invest this much time, I can simply go with like removing the hyphen A and adding the O, and it can show that requires root privileges. I'm not in root, no issues. Here I am in root. It won't take that much time, but yeah, you will get the OS in very a quick manner than the other ones. But I will usually suggest you can go with the hyphen A to get all these things together. Now, if you want some sort of timing related things, right? You need to just remove the IDS evasions and that sort of things. You need the IDS, or the IDS is between in your way. Then you can bypass it using some sort of timing and performance based conditions. So in that scenario, you can use the T0 for parallel IDS evasion, for T1 to sneak IDS evasion. These are different types of IDS evasion. If you are into network pen testing, I guess you know this thing. I guess you know all about this, right? Now, polite IDS evasions, its benefits are it requires less bandwidth, right? Normal IDS evasions, aggressive speed scan. For that, you can use the hyphen T4, hyphen T5 insane speed scan, fastest one. Now, NMAP scripting engine. So before understanding the NSC, We will take a look on what is NSE. So one of the most interesting feature of NMAP is like NSE. NMAP scripting engine, which brings even more flexibility and efficiency to it. It enables you to write your own scripts and find bugs, or I will say loopholes. It is a particular network. You can just write the scripts in LUA or Lua programming language. Now there are four types of NSE: pre-rule NSE scripts, post scripts, service scripts, and post-rule scripts. First of all, pre-rule script that run before any nmap scan operations route. Host scan that are executed after the nmap perform all normal operations such as host discovery. Service script that are run against specific service listening on a target host. And post rule are scripts run after nmap has scanned all the target hosts. So these are the four based on the time of their execution. To locate that you are having this location user share nmap scripts in your Linux machine, you can use this particular location for your Linux machine to find all of them, and then you can load them. Right. So there is a usage menu I have mentioned here. You can just mention your host. I will let me just try one of them. So let's try nmap hyphen s normal s capital C, and let me just add the same IP. Right. Now here I'm just trying to scan all the default ones, right? As you can see that I'm just adding a particular SC for default nmap scans, or default all the possible default scans. So it's blocking me. I guess I forgot to mention the PN. Now it is testing for all the default open scans, right? Now you can also I will say that you can also specify some sort of, you know, you can also specify some sort of NSC if you want to. Like if there are some sort of mention, let me just show you. You can use this sort of particular NSC banners, hyphen script and the banner. Specify, you can obviously specify single scripts if you're having the particular location. So you can use this sort of things to bypass or having an automated thing in it. You can just go to this location, you can find all of them. So you can use that. So you can use that sort of things in it, and you will get multiple results in them. Now that was for NSC. I will mention this thing. It's having a very in-depth approach to all the NSC you need to know. Now this was the all. This is a particular snippet from a course that we already that was free for 24 hours. If you still want to get any of the course, you can still reach on the website. This is mentioned in the description. You can check it out. The resource bundle, you will have a resource like 65 plus files of resources. As I don't think I can show you here, but yeah, you can get more than 65 sort of methodologies, cheat sheets, and multiple things. Reconnaissance, the thing we were discussing here, we have covered only the NSE and the network and for bug boundaries. We have covered these two topics, not the visual recon. We have already covered the visual recon in the previous sections if you have seen the channel, and you can also go for business logic. There is a bonus of bypasses, how to bypass 403, no rate limits, captcha, and many more. Now, to all those guys who are just willing to learn about the automation and who are also willing to learn how to do automations in bug bounties, I will say check out this bootcamp here. You can check out this bootcamp. You will learn everything about automations. No matter from what country you are, we will accept payments from all the countries. You can check it out. And that was for the video. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. So that was for the video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to take a look in the description.